Hi guys, so this week we take one rusty pile of junk that's not started, finished, it's nowhere, it's just sitting there waiting. We fix a really basic repair on the indicators not working, and we take it for a drive on a trade plate to go get fuel in it. It's just, I don't know, something to do, and don't get them finished, just get them going. Basically, get your pile of junk, get it going, get it to the point where you can drive it, enjoy it, chuck some cheap rego on it, 6 months, basic insurance, and go out and have fun. So, and then you can fix it, build it, do whatever you want as you progress through and as money permits. So hang around, we'll fix the indicators, we'll go get some fuel and just go for a lap, test out the aircon. See you soon. Hi guys, welcome back. So we're in the XA. I'm bored, I want to have a bit of a play around with something I like, and the indicators don't work on the XA, and I want to take it for a drive down the road to put some fuel in it, and yeah, kind of need indicators. So the stalk doesn't really engage or do anything, and when it does, the indicators don't really do anything. They don't flash, they just come on. So to start with, I'm going to find the flasher can, which I believe is in behind the ashtray. And if you listen down in here when you turn the switch on, to me that sounds like it's down in there, and I'm pretty sure that's the side of the harness. When I was doing that GT dash loom, that's the side of the harness where the plug was. So I've got a flasher can to pop down in there, and I think in the box of bits and pieces in the back seat I might have an indicator switch, combo switch, to go in underneath the steering wheel. So we'll see if that's going to work for us. So I'll pop you guys over here. We'll see if we can't get this thing to start up. We'll get it out of the carport so we can open the doors up, and I can get my fat backside underneath the dash. Hopefully though, I can just get in behind there and find it down in there somewhere. If I get a torch, I think down inside there somewhere is where we're going to find our flasher can. Alright. For now, we can swing the doors open there and we'll have a look. Right, so on the dash on these, like I said, in behind the ashtray, so driver's side of the dash, center of the dash, passenger side, ashtray, slide out, there's these 3 green wires. See if you can see that, 3 green wires coming out of the loom, just going across there underneath the ashtray. And at about here there's a clip holding the flasher can on. Now I would normally reach up under the dash or take the fascia off. I don't want to take the fascia off until I'm ready to put the GS dash in, because I just don't want to damage it, and I want to pull it out, clean it, paint it, detail it all in one hit and put it back in. So you would normally go up under the dash, but mine has got this big behemoth and it still works. So I don't want to decommission the gas, I don't want to let the gas out, and I don't want to pull that unit out. So I managed to get my fingers tucked down in there and I unclipped it, and I'm not going to re-secure the new one in for now. I'll just leave it dangling in the back because we've got to pull that section of the loom out to put the GS dash in. There's our flasher unit. So when we turn our ignition on, all of a sudden that's decided it's going to start working because I've disturbed it. You can hear that flashing away in there. All it is contact points, make and break points like your ignition points. So that's flashing away. So let's see if I can get it to, yeah, the combo switch is really touchy. So you barely even move it and it kicks in. So I might have a combination of problems here. I'll see if I can. So that's still flashing away or clicking. And all of our indicators on the driver's side are working. So except the front one, that needs a bulb. Alright, so I think it's a combination of the switch more so, but that flasher unit was playing up. So I'm going to go grab my new one, I'll plug it in and we'll see how we go. Small change of plans. I want to get that off first. I've got the combination switch here, or the indicator switch here, so what we're going to do, pop it there, sit you guys, where are we, somewhere there, can't see, and we are going to get this off. And see if we can either A, repair the one that's there, or B, if the new one's going to fix that side of it. Hopefully someone hasn't smoked this down and jammed it on the splines so we don't break the plastic steering wheel getting it off. Come on, girl. Oh, really? Oof. There's no need for them to be smoked down that damn tight. Right, I might have to go get a puller. Okay, so we found a puller and a couple of bolts. Now we're just going to chuck this in here. And hopefully this breaks it free. Really? Oh, no. Come on. Try there. No. The end of this puller is not exactly straight, I don't think. Nope. See what happens if I can get this done up a bit tighter. Yeah. Just need enough pressure on this thing to break it. Oh, that go. Hey, there we go. All right, so we'll pop this on the floor. It came off. And that. So now that's what we're working with in here. So we've got to try and work out. Yeah, I think it's just wore out. To be honest. She just wore out. Okay, so what's in the new one? So everything looks pretty much the same, just got the 3 screws holding it in, and obviously in the side there, that's where our indicator switch screws into. So and then the new one comes with the wires not terminated in the socket yet, so I'm assuming that's because they have to feed down through there into the back of the coffee pot. I'll go get a shifter because there's a little flat just there that we can grab to pop this off because it's tight. Oh no, there we go, it's gone. Oh, no it's not. I'll go get a shifter, get that out, the screwdriver and get those out, and then we'll work out where down here, I think it's that black plug down the bottom, if I'm not wrong. I think it is anyway. So we'll get down, get this side of it disconnected, and we'll get the new switch in. Okay, so we've got our indicator switch undone, and I forgot this thing's a column shift, so there's a light for the indicator bezel up on top there. The rear spares switch is for a T-bar auto or a manual car. They don't run that wire. Not a massive deal because with the 4V heads and the motor we're building, we're going to run extractors. There's no extractors that are going to fit a column shift car, and the shifter mechanism down in the bottom corner gets in the way. So no big deal. We're just going to delete that wire as we take that out because not something we're going to use later on. Now to get that out, down the bottom, that metal bracket straps the column up under the dash with 4 bolts and 2 nuts, or 3 nuts, sorry. Had to take them out because that sandwiches that up there. Now what I'm going to do is cut these wires here and pull it all through, because that switch won't come through the car. Or do I want to do it down the bottom? Nah, up here. So blue. Green. And the ignition's off, so none of these should have power. But to be safe, we'll cut one at a time, so we're not shorting anything out. That one. Where are we? That one there. And 2 more There goes the switch. And this one we'll just cut here for now, but we won't get rid of him. Pull that down through the column and sit him over there for a second. So now what we've got to do is get into a spot where I can sit you guys up. So now what we've got to do in here is feed these wires down through. Oh, come on. They've got to go down through there. Which one's missing? This little fella. Get down. Right, so that's all of them, I think. Yep. Now, what we're going to try and do is sit this up in here at the same time as pulling that down. Oop. What have I got on there? It's kind of the right spot, I think. Yep. Oh, there we go, like that. So now that should just leave that dangle down there for the moment, and we'll get this piece up here together. So we need the 3 screws we pulled out to lock that in place. These 3. And see if we can't move the, yep, pop that one in. So that's 1, 2, last one up here. Okay. So that should be middle. Put our indicator stalk back in. Awesome. Alright, so that side of things works. Now we have to play around with this mess down here and put that into that. I'll work out which way around this plug goes to connect up to that one just up there. It's hanging down, and we'll work out what wire goes in what. We'll terminate them and plug it in, and then we should be able to test it. Okay, switch is back in, brackets are all bolted back on, wiring's just temporarily plugged in at the moment, and as you can hear, we've got a working indicator switch. So now we've got to get the steering wheel back on after I pop that little screw back in that used to hold, oh, where is it? The bulb holder for that that indicator light up in here. I'll just stick it in loosely so that way it stays with the coffee pot, because I'll probably put one of the aftermarket floor shift coffee pots in when I go to do the interior, but I'll keep this one all intact in case we get someone looking for a coffee pot and wiring and everything for column shift. So I'll just set that back in there. And that wire can tuck where he ran originally, down in under that, and just sit down there where it's not going to hurt anything. Now we have to line up that little thing there is our canceller, which has to line up with that groove in there. So I'm going to muck around and get that on, get the steering wheel bolted on, horn pad screwed in from the back, and then we'll run around the car checking lights and replacing blown bulbs. Okay, so everything's back together and we have indicators all the way around, brake lights and marker lights the whole way around. So everything's back together. The steering wheel cancellation term works when you turn out, so happy days. I've got the trade plate on the back. We're going to get this thing started up and out of the yard and take it for a drive to the servo. Okay, so we're just about at the servo. I haven't had the air conditioning on, and the indicator flasher is working fine, so I'll end up popping the ashtray back in there. I left it hanging out of the hole so that way if it did play up, I had the new one with me and we could pop in, but that seems to be working for now. Gauges all work, speedo works, brakes work, steering's a bit floaty but it hasn't had an alignment in years and it does have some wear in the ball joints. So other than that, mint. So on the way back we'll try it with the aircon on and see if the radiator copes with that. See if we have to mortgage the house again for a tank of fuel. Okay, let's go home, see if the aircon makes it cook. take a 95 in it, so we'll see if that helps clean up a little bit and drive a bit nicer. But yeah, other than that, the fuel tank doesn't seem to have any leaks in it. That's a bonus at $150 for a flaming tank of fuel. But yeah, no fumes in the car, aircon's working a treat. Let's go for a lap. Be some of the breathers on that tank that are a bit perished. It's a bit fuely inside, not bad, but yeah. Or it could be the rust holes in the floor, seals not sealing. It's okay for now. Drums are warped as well, but that'll be a toss-up whether we do a rear disc brake conversion or just put the large drums that came out on the GTs on the 9-inch when we built it. And yes, the bonnet is popped. I've got it on the safety catch. I just didn't want to risk cooking it, so I thought we'd get a little bit more air in it, just in case that radiator is a bit dicky. We don't know, it's only ever idled in the backyard, so. But the gauge seems to be staying on temp gauge still only on a quarter. Fuel gauge is reading perfect. Car drove mint. Constable plot on the motorbike just waved as he went past, so happy days. Okay, so I'll pop you guys off of there. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching. I know it was a short one and there wasn't really anything high tech in it. We basically pulled the steering wheel off and replaced a indicator combo switch and some bulbs. And the flasher can that I thought was dodgy, it was dodgy, but a bit of a bump when we pulled it out, and it's working a treat now. So we'll just pop him back in there, forget about that for now. I've got a new one that I've got there. When we do the dash, I'll put the new one in, but for now, happy days. And we'll chuck him back in there and we'll call it quits. So hope everyone had a safe and happy Easter. Hope you all got out to take for a drive or something, do something like that. We did. Till next time, see yous. Bye.